Good morning, traders. Here's your Wednesday market wrap covering the US dollar, crude oil, gold, and the Australian dollar. So, starting with the US dollar index, the dollar index climbed to a near 2 week high of 99.14 on Tuesday after the US reached a tariff agreement with the EU, easing fears of a broader trade war. And this rally continued from last week's low of 97.11 with the June 23rd high of 99.42, now acting as a key resistance. And trade pacts with Japan and renewed talks with China have reduced trade risk, supporting the dollar. And investors are also awaiting earnings from Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta, which could attract flows into US assets. However, political risk lingers following reports that President Trump nearly tried to dismiss Fed Chair Powell last week. And technically, the index is hovering above the 50-day SMA at 98.3. The RSI has climbed to 57.5, signaling modest bullish momentum. An immediate resistance lies at 98.93 and 98.97, while support remains near 98.3. A decisive break below 98 would signal renewed downside momentum. So next, WTI crude oil. The oil surged 3.7% to 68.9 per barrel on Tuesday, which is its highest level in 5 weeks, extending Monday's 2.4% gain. The price rally was fueled by easing trade tensions and rising geopolitical risk, particularly new sanctions threats on Russia and a 750 billion EU energy purchase commitment. And optimism around demand was reinforced by stronger US consumer confidence data. And technically, WTI rebounded from 64.7 and is now testing the $69 to 69.58 resistance zone. The MACD has formed a bullish crossover, and RSI has moved above 50, reflecting improved sentiment. If the prices fail to break 69.6, a pullback towards 66.23 or even 66 could follow. A clean break above $70 would target 77.2 and the 300 moving average. Then spot gold. Gold hovered near 33.25 in early Tuesday trading after falling sharply on Monday, pressured by a rising dollar and stronger risk appetite. The US EU trade deal reduced gold's safe haven appeal, but inflationary concerns linked to Trump's tariff policy and global de dollarization continue to provide underlying support. Gold is now holding just above the 3300 psychological level, and a break below could expose support at 3283 and the lower Bollinger Band at 3282.5. And on the upside, resistance lies at 3339 and 3342, with bulls needing a strong push to reclaim 3400. And so far, the momentum remains fragile. And last but not least, the Australian dollar. The Aussie dollar edged higher on Tuesday to around 0.6521 and recovering after three straight sections of losses. The pair continues to struggle as the US dollar strengthens on trade optimism. And over the weekend, the US and EU agreed to a 15% tariff deal, and talks with China resumed on Monday in Stockholm. And traders are watching closely to see if the trade truce can be extended. From a technical view, Australian dollar was rejected near 0.6625 and has pulled back below the 0.66 handle. RSI now sits at near 49, showing weakening momentum. And the pair is testing key support at 0.6515 and 0.65. A break below could see 0.6454 or even 0.64. And on the upside, resistance remained at 0.6545 and 0.6586. So that's all for now. Stay tuned for the updates after the Fed's decision and key earnings later this week. Happy trading.